All right, so an absolutely dreadful performance. Obviously, the result. Where'd you start?
It's so disappointing. Like at 2-1, I thought it was fully we were coming back into this game.
Like the Palace game.
Like the Palace game last season.
Yeah, there were feelings of that. You're thinking Palace. In fact, hold on. Actually, wait there. No, wait there. He did say that. Wait there.
But then, yeah, at 3-1, it looked like the team had given up. I thought Pogba was poor today. I thought Fred last week was excellent. I thought today he struggled a little bit.
And look, it's his second game in English football. Exactly. We don't want to jump on his back, but he did have a really bad game, did he?
And the team don't look right. And I mean, he's big United. I'm neutral. It don't look right. It don't look right.
I think Mourinho. Obviously, can't say Mourinho out after 2 games. Yeah. But I think there's massive issues with Mourinho and like the way you can't that Pogba World Cup France compared to the Pogba today.
So why is it exactly? We see that there. Why is it we come here? He comes to United and we can't see the same level of performance.
He wants them playing a certain way. I just think he wants them playing a certain way.
Excuses made for Pogba. It's, he can't play in a 3, but then in France he played in a 2 and he was excellent.
Do you have a bit of sympathy with Mourinho then? Because he challenged Pogba to say, well, it's up to Pogba to work out how to play, or do you see it as he needs to get the best out of him?
It's very hard. I don't believe the media can make up all these problems with Mourinho and Pogba, but I do have a sympathy because it seems like as soon as he puts on a United shirt, we don't see the same Pogba, and it's really frustrating.
Personally, I don't think Mourinho's a United manager. The way he plays football, from a football fan, I just don't think he's a United manager. The way United play for the last 25 years.
And this is a gentleman. He's a neutral. You're a United fan. Where do you stand on that? Where do you stand on Mourinho right now? And look, I don't mean just off of this game because it's one game we've lost. Okay, we've lost. Yeah. But do you think that he's not the right fit?
I do think he's not the right fit. I wouldn't say right now, sack him after this game. That'd be madness. But I don't think he's the right fit. Like I was just saying, someone like Pochettino, he ticks every United box. He brings through youth, plays the right type of football. Someone like that.
But he hasn't won anything.
That's the problem. But
neither's Klopp and people like him.
That's what I mean. And look how the buzz around Liverpool at the moment. Like it's hurting so much. Like Brighton singing today. Like Brighton, your city's blue. Like it's embarrassing. And Guardiola, what they're doing over there, and we're playing.
At some stages today, I was a bit embarrassed. There was some patterns of play where I was thinking they're out muscling us, they're out fighting us, they want it more, they're out skilling us.
When players want to play for a manager and break a leg for a manager, you'll get 80% more out of a player who's already given 100. To me, I'm telling him today, there's players on the pitch that are not giving 100%. They're not even giving 70%. There's 4 or 5 players not. There's certain players like Young and the other one you mentioned, Rashford, they give 100%. You can see they come over at the end, they give their shirt away. Pogba goes straight down. They're not giving. Now that could be, they're getting paid to do a job. But the thing is, if you're not happy in your job, you're not going to give 100% no matter what you do in life. And there's players on that pitch from a neutral that are not giving 100%. And that is 101% true.
Like I said, from a neutral point of view, and that's what he's perceiving.
It's a shame. I come and watch United because I'm used to, for him growing up, I'm used to seeing Giggsy. Let me tell you something, Roy Keane would beat half of them up in half time in the change room because he knows they're not giving 100%. Now that's because there's internal problems. It's like a marriage, isn't it?
Exactly. So I think the players. There's certain players and who just not liking the philosophy, not liking the whole Jose thing.
He's got his certain group, like I believe Fellaini can do no wrong. Young is a certain group, and then there's a certain group of people that I think want to see him go. And what I was saying to my dad earlier is that this time next year, I believe there's no way either Mourinho or Pogba.
I think it's one or the other.
One or the other. There's no way. Because you know how Barca are with Coutinho. They go back and they go back. And I think either Pogba will go, and I think if you ask most United fans, they'd rather Mourinho go than Pogba because we'll lose great talent.
I'd probably go to Barcelona. I'd go, if you're not happy with your boss and you can't express. I've seen Pogba play a few times under him. He's absolutely terrible. I mean, I've never seen United play the second half. I saw him at Palace the first half with him. It doesn't look like United to me.
We're not an attractive proposition at the moment. Like, of course, we're one of the biggest clubs in the world. But, if someone offers you Barca, even Man City or Man United, how crazy. If you said that 20 years ago, Man City or Man United.
Well, Pogba being a World Cup winner now as well, hitting the prime of his career.
This is what I worry about, the future damage that Mourinho could do. If we let go of Martial, let go of Pogba, this isn't just short-term Mourinho damage.
But the club I think with that, the club definitely came out and said, whoa. Those two aren't going anywhere. They're United players.
And there's obviously, to add to this, you've got the tension with the board as well. Obviously, what Mourinho said about the board is...
We can't point the finger completely at Pogba. The unit don't look happy. Mourinho's not happy. I hear rumours that he's living in a hotel and his family still live down in Chelsea. So it's all just an unrest of the club and the football, and it all comes out on the pitch.
Sanchez did a lot of damage to Martial. Like, no one was more excited when Sanchez signed. Like, obviously, to see Arsenal fan TV, like seeing him go United, I was so buzzing. And then
It hasn't worked out.
right now, like,
But again, we saw Martial today. He didn't have a great game.
No, not at all.
But he's a confidence player, though, and he needs to run a game.
Confidence, 100%, same thing. And I thought Lingard come on. I thought he tried, but no one. You can't really say anyone there today. You'd be like, great game. I think it was just really disappointing.
Bottom line is, on the final whistle, you've got to work out as fans who've done the 600-mile round trip, what players come over, gave them the shirt. What players came over? Tell me. Lingard, Rashford, the rest down the tunnel. I mean, come on, you've got to come over and give your fans 600 miles. I mean, we've even travelled 200 miles, but they've given their shirts. The ones that have cared, they've given their shirts.
I think there's a lot of issues, and the way after today, it just feels like it's going to get a lot worse.
I mean, look,
it's very raw.
Exactly. I mean, look, it's one. I say it's one game. It is one game. It's a bad performance.
It's not one game.
And it's continuation from last season, and that is the thing that he can do it. He can easy as well. I thought it was Jamie Redknapp. Spurs, just to finish off, we've got Spurs next. Tough game.
There.
You can come out and beat Spurs. I told you that.
We raise it at home, don't we?
We do raise it at home now. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward. I think it's going to be tough though. Like we seem to nick a 1-0 against Spurs a couple of times. I think it's going to be really tough. But that is going to be, because if we lose, then I think it's going to go into meltdown. If we lose at home to Spurs,
You'll get a result. You'll get a result of
I really do hope so, guys. It's been a pleasure. Nice one. Thanks for talking to me.